There are so many ways to use Eggo waffles, and I'm about to show you 17 of my new favorites. Number 1, Waffle Smashburger. No buns, no problem. Waffles will work just as well. I like to cook everything in one pan, so while your meat is cooking on one side, start toasting your waffles on the other. You're gonna wanna flip one side into the burger grease when those burgers are done. You can top it however you like. I like a little burger sauce, some thinly sliced onion, and pickles. Once I put that top bun on, I love to give it one more smash. What I love about this waffle bun is it doesn't fall apart when it gets all greasy. That's some good stuff right there. Number 2, Waffle Churros. This sweet treat is your next party trick or late night indulgence. Just simply take your waffles and cut them into thirds. This creates the perfect little party dipper. Lightly coat your waffles in melted butter and cinnamon sugar and then air fry them at 400 degrees for 8 minutes, flipping halfway through. These look so good. That crunchiness on the outside is to die for. Listen up. It's my favorite sound. This gives you the churro experience, no oil required. Number 3, waffle pizzas. It's a handheld pizza where you don't have to make the crust. Simply toast them, top them, and toast them again. I'm keeping it traditional with my toppings, but go in with whatever you like. You could even do dessert pizzas with the same format. I'm doing these in the oven, but you could also pop these in the air fryer. 400 degrees is the perfect temp. Just bake them until they're golden, crisp, and melty. I like to finish mine off with a little kick of crushed red pepper. And why not some fresh basil to make it pretty? It's just the perfect handheld little package. There's nothing that makes me happier than a crispy crust on a pizza. This is the easiest way to get that. Waffles for the win. Number 4, Waffle Croutons. Once you've made croutons with waffles, you'll never go back. Every bite is like the perfect inside of the garlic bread. You get crunchy on the outside, chewy, buttery goodness on the inside. You're just gonna wanna cut your waffles into about 20 pieces. Next, you're just gonna add them to a baking sheet, toss them with melted butter, grated Parmesan cheese, dried parsley, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Give them a good toss and then spread them into a single layer and bake them at 400 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes, flipping halfway through. Please look at how good these look. You see how all the goodness is absorbed into that nook and cranny right there? That's the benefit of using waffles versus bread. Here's the real test. Listen up. It's crunchy, but it's also chewy. They're perfect on your salad, but they also are a great upgrade to your soups. Number 5, s'mores with mini waffles. How cute are these? We're gonna toast these mini waffles and then add our chocolate of choice and the roasted marshmallow. If you don't have the mini waffles, obviously this works just as well with the regular size. For me, I'm using my favorite candy because it's the perfect fit. If you don't feel like roasting these over an open flame, you can easily do this in the oven. Just pop it all under the broiler for about a minute. Don't go too far because it happens fast. You want it to be melty all the way through, but I like mine with a little char. Look at that goodness in there. This is about to get messy. These are actually a little less messy because they're holding the fillings in better. I really love how the outside stayed toasty too. This is perfection. Number 6, pigs in waffle blankets. You've made pigs in a blanket before, the same way every time. This is something different. Simply take a thawed waffle, roll it out, and roll up your sausage. Secure it with a toothpick, brush a little melted butter on it, and sprinkle with everything bagel seasoning. The everything bagel seasoning adds flavor and crunch. What I love about these is they're a little more substantial than the party size. My kids love these as easy grab and go breakfast. Another thing I love about this alternative is how crispy the outside gets. You can even make these ahead of time, keep them in the freezer, and just pop these in the air fryer 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Oh yeah. For breakfast, my kids like to dip these in syrup, but for me, I go old school with some good mustard. Your old pigs in a blanket don't get crispy like this. Number 7, French toast waffles. Yes, please. Sub waffles for bread in your next French toast recipe and thank me later. You just wanna take your waffles slightly thawed and dip them into your egg and milk mixture. It's just a couple eggs with some milk and a little bit of cinnamon. Once they're nice and soaked, just cook them how you normally cook French toast in a good buttered skillet. Low and slow is the best way to go, so I like to cook mine on about medium to medium-low heat, flipping occasionally. You're gonna top this just like you do your French toast and watch all that goodness go into those nooks and crannies. If you're looking to elevate your waffle game, skip the toaster and make French toast. Number 8, waffle breadcrumbs for everything. Just tear your waffles into a food processor, grind them up, spread them into an even layer onto a baking sheet and bake at 250 degrees for about 15 minutes, stirring every 5 minutes or so. What you end up with is a super crunchy breadcrumb, just like panko. If you want a super fine breadcrumb, just pulse them again at this point after they're toasted. You can totally use these breadcrumbs as toppings for casseroles, as binders in your meatloaf or meatballs, or as breading for your fish or chicken. See, waffles work just as well as any other breadcrumb. Number 9, and number 10, hack your Taco Tuesday by replacing your tortillas with waffles. You can either make Waffle Quesadillas or what I'm gonna show you right now, we're making Waffle Breakfast Tacos. All you need is a muffin tin. Flip that baby upside down. Take your waffle that's been thawed out and give it a spray with some olive oil spray on both sides. Then just form it into the shape of a taco and stick it between the muffin cups. You can do this hack with tortillas to make homemade taco shells. Just FYI. Then just pop these into the oven at 425 degrees for about 7 minutes. And this is what they look like. They're toasted around the edges and ready to be filled. You can fill these with classic taco toppings, or I'm making breakfast tacos. Because they're toasty on the outside but soft on the inside, they're kind of like a combo of these soft and crunchy tortilla shells. Contrary to what you might think, these waffles are not sweet, so they're the perfect thing for a savory treat. I mean, how cute are these? And check out this quesadilla. You gotta pull out one of these hacks next time the craving hits. Number 11, waffle chips. I'm turning these into chips for nachos. Take a fully thawed waffle, roll it out flat, then spray both sides with cooking spray. Season it with whatever seasoning you like. I'm using tahini, and then cut it into wedges. You wanna roll them as flat as you can so they get extra crunchy. These cook so fast. Just pop them in the air fryer, 400 degrees for about 3 minutes or until they're crispy. Just look at these. It's the perfect chip. I'm topping these with all my favorite things. Some saucy taco meat, queso, a little salsa, avocado, chilies, and cilantro. Absolutely no one would know this plate of nachos started as waffles. Number 12, eggs in a waffle basket. I've always called it a hole-in-one. Some call it a toad in a hole. Whatever you call it, it's damn delicious. And the round bread just makes sense. Place your thawed waffle down, cut out the hole. Don't discard the cutout, that's your dipper. Start by melting some butter and toast your waffle right in the skillet. You wanna get it nice and toasty before you crack your egg in. And obviously you're gonna crack your egg in the hole. Don't forget to season the egg right after you crack it in. I like to cook this like I do a fried egg, couple minutes on one side, flip it, and keep the runny yolk. I love my fried eggs topped with a little hot sauce and chives. That is a hole-in-one. The toasty edge, the little squares that hold all the yolk and sauce. Winner, winner, waffle dinner, except it's breakfast. Number 13, waffle ice cream sandwiches. These are so sweet. You wanna start with your waffles toasted, then just fill them up with whatever your favorite ice cream is. Make sure they're nice and filled. Then smash it with a top waffle and freeze them overnight. They're a little too big to be a single serving, so what I like to do is cut them in half and then dip them in a little bit of chocolate or just add sprinkles, or both. But they're also delicious on their own and they don't even need toppings. What I love is that these waffles are not as sweet as a sugary cookie, so it's like the perfect balance, but it also gives you that waffle cone experience. And next up, one of the easiest ways to use waffles is as a substitute for bread. They're perfect for open-faced sandwiches like Eggs Benedict, or like classic deli sandwiches, or my personal favorite, a panini. And I'm showing you the panini. For this, it's fine to start with frozen waffles. Just spread some butter on one side of each waffle. This is gonna be the outside. One of my favorite combinations is brie, apples, and bacon. You get a little sweet, a little salty, and a little creamy. I'm using a combination of sweet and tart apples. By now you know how good these waffles stay crispy on the outside, but these are also gonna hold together so well in this panini. If you don't have a panini press, you can simply use 2 skillets. Cook the panini in one skillet and press down with the other. This is why I love paninis. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this one. We did not put a lot of butter on there, but the waffle absorbed every bit of it and you can taste it in every bite. And lastly, number 17, Waffle Trifle. Waffles can substitute cake in any of your favorite trifle recipes. Just simply quarter them, toss them with a little butter and sugar, and toast them up until they're crisp. This way they don't get soggy in the trifle. For me, I love a fruit trifle, so I'm just layering my waffles with a custard, berries, and fresh cream on top. After you layer it up, you're gonna let it sit in the fridge for at least a couple hours to let all those flavors absorb in. And now we dig in. The sad part when it comes to trifles is they look pretty until it's time to dig in. Nobody wants to be that first person. Those sugar-crusted waffles stay crisp, unlike soggy cake. This is one you're gonna wanna do. Well, that's about as many waffles as I can eat in a day. If you tried any of these recipes, let me know which one's your favorite.